In this video, I'm going to go through what gear to use when getting started trout fishing in streams. G'day, my name's Lee and welcome to the Fisherman's Office, where I'll regularly release fishing content and gear videos just like this one to help you get out and get inspired to go fishing. For the rods and reels I tend to gravitate towards are between 6 and 7 foot long. They're usually graphite rods, which are great for casting accuracy and also for feeling bites. So they're really responsive. You can feel it right down to the butt on your hand as soon as you get a bite. You know, between the difference between a bite and a snag pretty much straight away. So that's that. Paired with a 2500 size reel, that's the usual size I go with. 2000, even 1000 is fine as well. But this size is just the one that I tend to go for. So that's those. Rods in the 1 to 3 kilogram range are ideal, just like this one here. And 2 to 4 kilogram range is fine as well, whatever suits your preference. As I said, combos are readily available at your local tackle stores. However, if you do have a moderate to higher budget in mind, getting some advice, speaking to those professionals who know what they're talking about is worth it 100%. They'll be able to pick a rod that suits you the best, and you'll have a rod for a long time then. Trout can be caught on a massive range of different lures, right from soft plastics all the way up to surface lures and things like that. So you're spoiled for choice when it comes to lures with trout, and they're such a great fun fish to angle for, especially in Victoria. Most popular starting lure I would recommend is a bladed spinner. They are just so simple to use. You cast them out, you wind them back, they're so good. Cheap and functional, easy to cast, as I said before, easy to spot while you're retrieving, and also you can fish them in a range of different waters, so from fast flowing pools and runs to deeper pools as well, and slower water also. So they're very versatile and great lures to use. Next is Hardbody Lures, which are one of my favorites. They come in a huge range of different shapes and sizes and colors as well. Now they've got a more natural action than a spinner. As I said, like a fish-like action. They're snag resistant, and also suspending and floating lures are great when you're pausing that in particular conditions. Watching those visual takes from pauses is absolutely amazing and great fun. So yeah, you'll really enjoy that when you see it. So yeah, grab some Hardbody lures. I've got some pictures down here of some other ones you can look at that are sort of more or less my go-tos with regards to fishing for them trout in streams. That's those. For mainline, I use 4 or 6 pound braid, and for leader, I use 4 to 6 pound fluorocarbon. I'm currently using Sunline Super PE in the 4 pound and J Braid brand in the 6 pound. For the leaders, I'm using Yamatoyo 4 pound fluoro and J Thread fluoro for the 6 pound. By the way, guys, if you're getting value out of this video, please drop a like on it, as it really helps out the channel. I'll also leave some links in the description below that are just general help for some of the products that, where possible, where you can access that gear and get started in your trout fishing adventures. Some basic tools I'd recommend would be needle nose pliers, great for getting hooks out of fish, as well as that keeping your fingers free from them and stopping you from getting hooked up, which is never fun. You don't like doing that. Also, braid scissors. These are actually split ring pliers, but they have a braid scissor on them. Something like this is just great for when you're retying leaders and stuff like that. It's almost impossible to use braided line without something that's going to be able to cut it well. So yeah, some good braid scissors are worth your investment. A small tackle tray like this one. This is actually my redfin one. I couldn't find my trout day box. But a little tray like this one is ample size if you're just getting started. You know, you put a few Hardbody lures in here, a bunch of different size spinners, and you're right to go. That's all you need to start with, guys. This is also, keeping the size and the weight down. You can pop this in, a pocket in your waders, which we'll get to a bit later, or in your backpack. Backpack to carry your gear and store your snacks and things like that when you're walking streams is pretty important. Keeping hydrated and keeping food in is worth it, especially when you're walking streams for long hours like I do. I definitely need one. That's why I always have one. Something at least water resistant. This fisheries bag does me okay. However, I am looking to upgrade soon to like a full dry pack, like a roll-up dry pack, which are completely waterproof. They'll keep all my electrical gear dry and stuff like that. I have a lot of cameras and stuff as well. But, you know, just keeping phones dry and stuff like that, I would recommend some dry storage at least. You can get them into like a little box, or you can do like a roll bag like what I've got. Now, a basic net, just like this one, is ample for most small streams. A lot of the small streams you'll fish, you'll get quite a lot of smaller trout, which are great fun anyway, and this does the job well. I like this particular one because it's got a little clip here, which I just hang off the back of my bag, shoulder strap, and it just sort of sits back there and keeps out of the way. I don't need to worry about it, you know, losing it, and it'll, you know, just follow me around. I'll have it when I need it. Those old runners are a good thing to start with, and what I started with walking streams. You know, you don't have to worry about wrecking decent shoes, and they're disposable once they're wrecked, so you don't have to worry about that. You get a few sessions out of them. I think of my old runners, they lasted me for about 6 months before I upgraded. I'm currently using now neoprene wetsuit boots, which are great. They do wear out a bit quick though, so I'm probably looking at upgrading to something a bit bigger, but that'll be good to get you started. Now, these last couple of years are a bit more for the person that's maybe had a couple of sessions, they've enjoyed it, they want to keep doing it and get into it a bit more. Waders. Waders are something to think about. They're definitely good for especially cooler months when you want to stay dry and stay a bit warmer. Walking around in runners and board shorts like I used to is just not fun, especially in those autumn, late autumn coming into winter times, or early spring like we're just about to get into now. It can be quite chilly. So yeah, waders is a good option. I actually use a full wetsuit. So I'll grab it here for a second. It's a full wetsuit. So long sleeve. I'll probably go a short sleeve one nowadays because it's a bit restrictive in the shoulders here. But having said that, this, even though you stay wet in a wetsuit, or you get wet in a wetsuit, you are a hell of a lot more warm, and you don't have to worry about sinking. I walk streams more often than not by myself, and waders filling up on some of the bigger rivers is something that's a bit of a worry, especially if it's a new spot, I'm not really familiar with the area and I'm wading. It can be quite dangerous, so just be careful out there, guys. If you're just starting out, go with someone who knows the area well and keep safe. This one right here is the very first trout or spinning combo that I ever bought. I got back into trout fishing a few years ago, starting with this little horrendous Jarvis Walker Comet. Well, to its credit, it actually did me quite well. It got me actually back into trout fishing, so I'll have that to thank for it. Absolutely had a lot of fun with this rod. But yeah, if you're already an established trout fisher and you've watched this video, thank you very much for that, for starters. And leave it down in the comments, guys. What was your first trout fishing combo? I'd really, really like to know. So yeah, for more fishing gear or fishing content, the end screen clips right here. Click on those, guys, check them out. To keep up to date, subscribe, ring the bell to be notified when I upload another video. Thanks so much. Just keep clicking.